I think the Golden State Warriors should be the favorites.
I am going to take the Celtics.
The Celtics have consistently matched up so well.
They switch.
They play defense.
See, that's the thing that separates the Boston Celtics.
As they say, the Warriors were gold-blooded.
But I still like the Celtics.
The finals are here, and even though the teams are close in talent level and there's no clear favorite, everyone has their own prediction and a title pick.
So this is why I believe that Golden State will win the championship. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it.
Reason number one for me. When you look at examples like these, watch the non-stop movement that happens on almost every single offensive possession. This is unlike any other team in the league. There is no comparison for them. Golden State averages only 2 dribbles per touch, by far the fewest in the league, and the least seconds per touch, meaning, as you can see, that the ball just flies all over the floor. The Celtics have improved a lot in terms of their ball movement, of course, and credit to Tatum and Brown first and foremost, but I believe that their offense does rely more on these two guys making a play for others. And on a stage like the finals where everything is tighter, it's harder to score, I look for the offensive flow and getting the best shot possible. And Boston should feel comfortable about matching up with that offense and trying to stop the Warriors because they have played them really well every single time they've met. And they have the best defense in the league, which is cool, but the Warriors are right there defensively as well at number 2, so this is going to be a bloodbath at both ends of the floor. The Celtics are good at switching, but in my opinion, it's one thing to switch against a conventional team and much different against the Warriors, where every switch and every moment there's the possibility of a player randomly cutting to the rim and getting a layup while all the attention is on guys like Steph and Klay. Speaking of Curry, there is some tracking data suggesting that when Marcus Smart is guarding him, he doesn't really shoot well, so Boston likes their chances there. But number 1, Smart's been banged up and played a long series, and 2, playing in random regular season games is completely different than matching up in the finals, so both players and the coaching staff for the Warriors are experienced and will know what to do to get him open, or use him to get other guys open. And speaking of experience, this is exactly my second reason. The main guys on the roster have been there before, so those jitters or the split-second indecision or hesitation that's normal part of human nature, they won't have it in my opinion, as opposed to the Celtics. During the season, the Celtics were the second worst team in the clutch, going 13-22 in those games, which is horrific, and Tatum was 9 for 42 from the field in those games along with 13 turnovers. Tatum was the only one in the league who had more turnovers than assists in the clutch. And you may say that this is all stats from earlier in the season before Boston transformed and really became the team that it is now, but almost the exact same thing applies to the playoffs as well. Boston has been shooting just 37% in the clutch throughout the playoffs compared to Golden State, the second best team in the postseason, at a phenomenal 50% at the end of close games. And finally, I do feel like the Warriors have more guys who can make a good play, whether it's on offense or defense, beyond Steph, Klay, and Draymond. Poole is a guy who can get hot in the blink of an eye and give you 12 points in a quarter or go off for 30 in a game. He's been phenomenal these playoffs with 18.5 points per game at a blistering hot 53% shooting. And also, just like Smart is a good matchup for Steph, I feel like Wiggins is the perfect guy to put on Tatum, and I would take his offensive efficiency much more than the inconsistency of Marcus Smart. And as we've seen throughout the playoffs, different guys have come in and contributed at a high level whenever they've been plugged in by Kerr. From Otto Porter, Kuminga and Moody to Bjelica, they fit in perfectly in their roles and make winning plays. And with the news about Gary Payton possibly coming back as well, that's another valuable piece to their winning formula, especially on the defensive end. So with Game 1 starting tonight, I'm ready to enjoy this series. Two great teams evenly matched up with almost a 50-50 shot of winning it, and I love both squads.
I do know how this works though, so since I made my pick, I'm ready to be burned alive by the comments if I'm wrong. Let me know who you got. That's it for now, subscribe and talk to you in the next one. Peace out. Let me try something special for the finals. Woo! Gary Payton the third, let's go!